Welcome to Live United. My name is Karen Knapp, President, CEO, United Way of St. Lucie County. The United Way campaign is on and going strong, and we want to thank all the businesses, volunteers, and donors who have assisted us and given us the resources to help people in need in our community. And today we're talking to one of our funded programs, our funded agencies, Diamond Litty.
Hi, Karen.
Diamond, you run Life Builders of the Treasure Coast.
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about your mission. Let's talk about your mission and purpose.
Yeah. Well, as you know, I have a day job as public defender, but we started Life Builders about 6 years ago, and in a nutshell, it obviously helps people be successful, but the criteria to apply for funding from Life Builders is to have touched in some way the criminal justice system or dependency court, which are children who have been abused or neglected in some way and have a need. And it could be a victim in a criminal case. It could be the defendant. In a dependency case, it could be the child, it could be the parent. They have to have touched either of those facets of our justice system and have a need. Mm-hmm. As public defender, we were seeing so many people in those two courts that had needs that we could not address. You know, we can't buy a bicycle for John to make sure he is able to work and able to provide for his children, but Life Builders can. So it's filling a gap the public funding can't fill.
Right. You've been around. The program has been around for a number of years now.
Right.
Let's talk about some successes you've seen. Few more examples of how Life Builders is helping and enhancing. That's what I want to hear.
Okay. We have so many. We have so many. In fact, Eric Korhammer, that works for the Public Defender's Office now, is kind of our community liaison that helps us get the word out about Life Builders, helps lets people know all the services we have for our clients and things like that. And every month he emails us thank yous that people send us from people we have helped, and I mean they're 3 pages long every single month. It's amazing. One example that comes to mind recently, we had someone who was in mental health court, one of the diversion courts in the criminal justice system. He had committed a minor offense, but he had mental health issues. He had successfully completed a mental health court, was on his way, had gotten a job, gotten housing, all of that, but the job he got required him to buy steel-toed boots, and they're very, very expensive. Mm-hmm. And I think they were $125. So he applied. He was doing great. He was on his way to success. But of course, if he hadn't had those boots, who knows? He may not have gotten, kept his job, whatever, and recidivated again, committed another crime. Got the steel-toe boots, kept his job, did great, decided, this is a lengthy story, sorry, but decided then to start a boat detailing business on his own. And we have an agreement that everyone that we help has to sign that basically says at some time in the future they will pay it forward to someone else, mm-hmm. To help them be successful. Mm-hmm. Started boat detailing business. It's still, I ran into him the other day in Publix parking lot. It's wildly successful, and he's hired 3 people that have been clients in the criminal justice system that are drug and alcohol free, doing great, and had to also receive Life Builders help. So talk about paying it forward. Oh my gosh! So it's great. It's great.
Yeah, there are many people who make a mistake and then
Sure.
they end up visiting you, but that doesn't mean that's the end of their lives. So once they conduct their business with you, I'll put it that way, then they're in need of support.
Sure.
So they can continue to be, successful in our community, productive.
Well, and Karen, we are very blessed. I mean, we've had parents who taught us, just basic life skills to say please and thank you, all of those things, and we have support system. But many of the people that I see at the public defender's office don't have that. And what may not be a stumbling block at all to you or I, because we've been successful and we've had support, is a huge stumble. I mean, $50 sometimes to just get an ID, to be able to get a job, to get benefits or whatever that may be the difference between saying, "Oh, the heck with it, I'm going to go steal something again," or being successful. So it's huge.
Right. There are many of your clients who are in need of mental health services.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, and those people, I mean, that's a very heavy need. Let's talk about how you help those individuals and your partners. I'm sure you have many partners.
Oh my gosh. We actually have started something new. This was a few years ago. We actually have mental health court scholarships now for people who apply and are deserving of it. And something I want to mention, Karen, that's very important, that makes our charity unique, is that we don't help anyone who has not shown a pattern of success and an ability to continue the success and want to help themselves. We're just not willy-nilly saying, "Oh, John needs a bicycle, he needs work boots, help it." No, they have to have shown that they have changed, that they're on the right track. But as far as mental health issues, mental health court is expensive. You have to get drug tested. You have to do certain things to meet the requirements to successfully complete it. And for poor people, oftentimes that mental health court or any of the diversion courts, veterans court, drug court, any of those are not possible because they don't have the money for the drug testing, the alcohol testing, things like that. That's where Life Builders can step in. Now, we in no way, ever, never, we pay no fines, pay no probation fees, no court costs, anything like that. You're on your own on that. But something like this, we would help.
And your program has cut down on repeat offenders as well.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, my goodness. You can't, it is very hard to measure exactly the reduction in recidivism that Life Builders, has made or promulgated. But we track people for 2 years and oftentimes more because they just let us know how good they're doing. And the recidivism rate is very, very low.
Now, you said your clients are the ones that benefit from this.
Sure.
Do you take anyone outside?
Oh, yes.
Of that?
Let's say there's a crime and the victim of a crime, not our client certainly, has had trauma, needs some help, lost their job, needs a bike to get to their job, whatever. They can apply as well. They have touched the system in the 19th Judicial Circuit and don't want to be a failure, don't want to be a drain on society, want to work and be productive, and we can help them as well.
Right. How does someone apply for your services?
They go online. Our website is www.lifebuilderstc.com, and they go on the website, and there's an application form that they fill out, and then we have volunteers who vet the applications. And make phone calls. If the person is saying, you know, oh yes, I have a job at Chili's, they call Chili's. How's John doing at Chili's? Well, he was great until he showed up drunk the other day, and we had, well, you know, that person doesn't get help. You know, it's the way it is. Call the landlord. How are they doing? Are they having raucous parties every night, or are they paying their rent and taking care of your property? If they are, chances are we're going to help them.
That's wonderful. And in order to do all of this, you need funds. And
We do.
You have a fundraiser coming up?
Yes, actually, our big one for 2017 will be our cocktail party golf tournament at the Legacy Golf and Tennis Club in PGA in Port St. Lucie. It's a 2-day event. We have a cocktail party, heavy hors d'oeuvre evening the night before, and then the golf tournament the next day. And it's the I should have 15th, 16th. I think that's the Friday and Saturday. It's always the second week in October. So we're already planning. We're already putting it together. We need sponsorships. We need golfers. We need people to attend the party. It's all of that.
Do you want to say the date one more time?
Yes, I think. Gosh, I'm so sorry. That's something you should have prepped me on, Karen, before the show. I believe it's the 15th and 16th.
And they can find out about it on your website.
Oh, yeah, it's on the website already.
Right. And other funders, besides United Way, you must rely on other funding sources.
We are so blessed because the Life Builders encompasses all 4 counties, so we get funding from all 4 counties, one way or the other. It can be private donations, it can be foundations, it can be United Way. We've gotten money from the Sheriff's Department, we've gotten help and from the St. Lucie County commissioners, not only through helping us with our database, but this year St. Lucie County donated $25,000 to Life Builders.
Wow,
yeah,
that's nice.
Which is wonderful. And
yes,
we're so proud because it's not a bricks and mortar normal charity. It's not a charity that's been around like so many of the wonderful agencies you support. We're new, and our concept is unique. And, you know, to sell this isn't easy sometimes because you're not helping the, you know, babies. You're not helping, you know, dogs. I mean, which pull at people's heartstrings and should. You're helping a unique group, and some people don't understand that, but a lot of people do.
Well, when you help one individual, you help their entire family.
You
so
help
including
the entire
our
world.
Children. And yes, yeah,
You do. You do.
We want to thank you for everything that you do, and our time is up. And if anyone wants to get a hold of you and
call
ask
me
questions,
at the office 462-2000. I will answer the phone and tell you where you can send money.
all right. Thank you, Diamond.
Oh, you're welcome.
And we'll return in just a moment.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Hi, welcome back to Live United. Our guests now are from Big Brothers Big Sisters. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the AmeriCorps program and how they help Big Brothers Big Sisters fulfill their mission. Welcome.
Hi.
We have with us Jenna and Courtney. Welcome. Jenna,
good
you're the
morning.
director of the AmeriCorps workers for Big Brothers Big Sisters.
I am.
Let's talk about the basic programs of Big Brothers Big Sisters and how AmeriCorps fits in.
Sure. So Big Brothers Big Sisters kind of has two arms. When you think about it, there is the mentoring arm, which is what St. Lucie SOARS is a part of, and that's the 1 hour once a week, the mentoring. So a volunteer comes in and works on reading with the student and kind of builds that relationship. That's where I started as a mentor many years ago.
Really?
And then we also have our community mentoring program. So that's what my little and I are in now. So we go out in the community. We do things like going to the movies and the beach and out to eat. That's about 4 hours a month as of a commitment. And so then AmeriCorps is kind of, I always say, the academic arm of Big Brothers Big Sisters. So we provide AmeriCorps members who are providing that mentoring support, but we're really focused heavily on academics. So AmeriCorps members work with their students 3 times a week for 30 minutes each session. And they're really working on bringing those scores up, focusing on absenteeism, making sure that students are in school to learn, and also that they're able to be promoted to the next grade.
Well, AmeriCorps workers, we know the name, it's very familiar, but let's talk about what they're all about. And of course, as we said earlier, you guys can't do it alone. You need volunteers and AmeriCorps workers. So let's talk about those workers.
Yeah. So our AmeriCorps members have committed at least 1 year of their lives to national service. So we belong to a national program in every state that has AmeriCorps workers serving and doing things like working in education in the Florida parks, things like that. And our AmeriCorps members, they serve 900 hours each year. So they really become a part of that school family. They support the mission of the schools, and they support the mission of Big Brothers Big Sisters.
How does one become a AmeriCorps worker?
Yeah. So we have lots of slots that open up throughout the year, but the main time that we're hiring members is late spring, early summer. We start to recruit members. We're really looking for someone who is looking to earn a little bit of a stipend, as well as the possibility of an education award, so money they can use to continue their education or go back to school or pay off a loan. And we're looking for people who can really put in about 25 hours a week. So the requirements are at least 18 years old, have a high school diploma, and be able to pass background check. And we really want someone who loves the kids, because it is definitely hard work, but very, very rewarding.
AmeriCorps workers are throughout the nation, as you said. Is there training? Well, you said there's a background screening, and I'm sure there's training required. What if someone's a little leery, they want to help kids, and they want that extra stipend? What if they just think, well, is it for me? How do you make them feel comfortable, and do they just call you and you meet with them?
Sure. So after we've gone through the interview process, what we like to do, if we have the opportunity, we take some potential members out to a school site, let them see the setting, especially our members that work with our VPKers, because that can be a different environment. But then we provide 2 weeks of training in August for all members. We focus on everything from tutoring techniques to, just building relationships with children. And what do I say if a child says this to me? And then we have our returning members really work and mentor some of those newer members, let them see what it looks like in action. We have a core of 50 members, and some of those members are retired teachers, and some of those members have never set foot in a classroom, and they all go on to be really successful members and tutors and mentors to our students.
Where are some of the other areas where AmeriCorps workers are working in our community?
Sure. So outside of this school, our AmeriCorps members help out at a lot of community events. So anytime there's a literacy event like the Early Learning Coalition's Family Literacy Day, we help out at that. We have a partnership with the Parent Academy to help with their students over the summer. We work with 21st Century Camps over the summer as well. We've worked with United Against Poverty in their summer programs. So AmeriCorps members are great because we hire really reliable and passionate people. So we've built a lot of relationships in the community.
Okay, we're going to talk to your AmeriCorps worker now.
Yes.
This is the real thing. Let's talk about your experience and what this means to you as an individual.
Yes, good morning. So for me, the service we provide to our students is very valuable, not only to me, but to them. It's really important to be a part of their education as a volunteer. I do see my students, as she said, 3 times a week for 30 minutes each session, and it's something that I look forward to because they're really excited to see you when you walk into their classroom every morning. You know, they greet you by name faithfully, and of course, you know, seeing the difference that it makes in their lives. I do work with about 10 to 12 students. And then so seeing the difference from when I first start seeing them at the beginning of the school year in late August to, let's just say, where we are now in early January, there are major changes that have taken places. The students, they tend to open up, they're more friendly, they're trusting, they smile more, you know, they're more active in their classrooms, and it's just a great thing to see, you know, the changes that have made, the progress that has taken place in that small amount of time.
How did you hear about the program, and why did you become an AmeriCorps worker?
Well, initially, I was searching for a part-time job, and I came across the AmeriCorps advertisement, and so I got a hold of Jenna, and she responded to me very quickly. I did attach my resume, and then she did give me a call, and I took part in the training that was all currently taking place. And the reason why I chose it was, of course, it did fit my part-time schedule. And after she told me about it, I kind of learned what would I be doing. The fact that I have a child the same age range, that really kind of pulled me in. So being a volunteer and AmeriCorps member, I do get to use some of that training and things that we do with our students. I get to use that at home with my son. So
Let's talk about your highlight of the year, your success story.
I do provide my services. I volunteer my services at Head Start. And the funny thing is, I was a Head Start student, probably 20-something years ago now, but, and then just seeing their growth. I have a student who was not very active in the classroom. He did not, you know, say very much to me at all, or to his teacher for that matter. He didn't, you know, have a lot to say, and I can see the differences that have been made since I was volunteering. He smiles a lot. He communicates with the other children and his teachers more. He's not afraid to read along with me if I'm reading a story. He asks questions. So the progress he's made throughout the year so far has been tremendous, and I think that's the best part of the year so far.
Do you stay with the students year after year, from grade to grade?
Well, this is my first year as an AmeriCorps member. I just started with this school year, so I would like to move forward with AmeriCorps, absolutely. But I think my passion is the VPK students, the 4 to 5-year-olds, is where I'd like to stay.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
We always need good people in that area,
Yes.
that's for sure. Well, you're doing such a wonderful job with these children.
Thank you.
How many children do you serve?
So in the AmeriCorps program, we have right around 500 students in our program overall. Here in St. Lucie County, we have about 260 students. We'll serve close to another 500 in the summer throughout our different summer programs that we do. So altogether about 1,000 students each year.
Right, and how many AmeriCorps workers do you have, and how many are you in need of?
We have a total of 45, and so I'm really looking for a few members actually to join with our VPK program, and I need about 4 more to work with our VPKers.
Can you use a volunteer who isn't an AmeriCorps worker to fill a position to help children read in school in your program?
The AmeriCorps program does have that specific guideline that members have to serve the 900 hours. So if someone's looking to make that commitment, we want to thank them with the stipend.
Right. Okay, well, that sounds. Do you have fundraisers coming up? Because I know it costs money, many resources to take care of the program. I know you receive federal dollars. Mm-hmm. It's a federal grant, but Big Brothers Big Sisters also needs to fundraise, and United Way dollars are part of your fundraising experience, but not all. So let's talk about your fundraisers.
Yes, so we have one of my favorite events to work because it's food related. We have the Taste of St. Lucie coming up in April. It's April 19th, and it's from 5:30 to 8. And it is $40 a person or $70 for a couple. And it's all you can eat from just so many great local restaurants, local breweries, the winery, just great chance to enjoy the nice weather in April. It's at Veterans Memorial Park, and it's, again, April 19th.
Okay. And why do you focus basically on VPK to 3rd grade? Let's talk about the reason for that.
So we had traditionally always worked with kindergarten through third graders. They say if you cannot read by third grade,
Right.
that you won't be successful later on. And what we were finding was a lot of our kindergartners were coming in not ready for kindergarten. Just they couldn't say their letters. They didn't know how to write their names. Just a big gap. So we started kind of a trial run with our VPKers 4 years ago, and 2 years ago brought it down here to St. Lucie County. And we've just seen huge results. Our VPKers come away with, 96% of our students in VPK last year showed significant gains, and we're meeting or exceeding the expectations for kindergarten. So that's really why we've dipped down, but we know we can't catch them all. So we have lots of students that we want to get ready before they reach third grade.
One of the objectives the United Way has recently, the board has recently approved, was to have children reading proficiently by third grade, because we realize how important it is, I'm sure as you have,
Of course.
how important it is for that child to succeed in life, and that's what we want. We want that graduation rate to improve, and always 100%.
Certainly.
There we go.
Certainly.
So our goal is that, so we have to start at the early grades, the early years, the VPK, K through 3. It's so important. How can someone contact you?
Sure.
Can they go to your website or
They can.
give you a call?
Sure. So anyone who's interested in volunteering, either through St. Lucie Soars, just that 1 hour a week commitment, can go to our website. And anybody who's interested in learning more about AmeriCorps can either call. I am extension 212. Or they can visit our website and learn more about AmeriCorps, see the sites that we serve at, and learn a little bit more and how to get in touch with me. I would love to hear from them.
And Big Brothers Big Sisters, they're always looking for volunteers, not
Absolutely.
just AmeriCorps workers.
Absolutely.
Probably to help with fundraising. And,
Oh, yes.
And also you're looking for mentors. We have a few minutes. Let's talk about
Sure.
outside of the AmeriCorps program, the mentoring program, and you are a
Yes,
BIG, they call BIGs. Let's talk about maybe you and your experience with your little.
Sure. So I've been a BIG for, 12 years altogether, but my current little and I have been matched for 4 years. She's in 6th grade now. I'm going to see her when I leave here. She, lives with her grandparents. So when I first met her in 1st grade, she was a really struggling reader, really struggling to make friends and, just kind of bond with people. So we started really working first on her reading and simple books she could be successful at. And I've gotten to watch her grow just as into this amazing middle schooler. And she is, we worked with family meals over Thanksgiving break, and she got a chance to give back. She's working on earning her community service badge through Girl Scouts. So it's exciting for me to watch her kind of starting to pay it forward.
That's awesome.
She's just been a huge part of my life. It's been a great experience. Mentoring is great.
I know there are mentors who have actually seen their little, I think you call them, their child, graduate and be successful through college,
Yeah.
and then they're still connected after that, and so that's wonderful. On an average, do you have many that are that last that long? Many of those relationships that do?
So the goal is definitely always, longer, stronger matches. So our case managers really work to support those matches to see them through to the end. Most times that a match doesn't continue on is because, the little or the big had to move. But I do know we have lots of mentors that go on to stay matched with their littles through high school and stay friends.
Well, we want to thank you for what you do, and we will be able to hopefully see you next time. And remember, if you have any questions, just call the United Way.